Hello, 8th grader. This is Teacher Fida with you, and I hope you're all doing fine. Today, my dear student, we are going to start with a new lesson. Our lesson is taken from your action pack book, student book page 63 and module 6. This is part 1 of the video, present perfect tense. Let's start with the form of the present perfect tense. So, the sentence starts with a subject followed by the verb and the complement of the sentence. Now, if the subject is plural, I, you, we, and they, we use the auxiliary have or the short form of have. I've, you've, we've, or they've, and followed by the past participle verb or the verb 3. For example, I've been to Europe. إذا كانت السبجكت يعبر عن الجمع I, you, we, they أو أي اسم مجموع. نستخدم الفعل المساعد have ثم متبوعا بالفعل الثالث أو التصريف الثالث من الفعل الرئيسي. If the subject is singular, he, she, it. Here we use the auxiliary has. Then the verb 3, the past participle verb. She's eaten pizza. Now, to form negative, as I've always told you, we use not to make a negative of a sentence, and we place it after the auxiliary verb. So, we have the subject I, you, we, they, followed by have. We add not after have. So it's have not, or the short form of it, haven't. Then the past participle of the verb, which is verb 3. I haven't been to Europe. If the subject is singular, he, she, it. I use the auxiliary has and has followed by not. So it's has not or hasn't. And the past participle of the verb or verb 3. She hasn't eaten pizza. The past participle verb or the verb 3. Now, we have the regular verb and the irregular verb. The regular verb when we form the regular verb, we only add ed or d to the end of the verb, and that's how we make the past. But in the irregular verb is the verb that doesn't form its simple past or the past participle by adding ed or d from the base form of the verb. The irregular verbs contrast with regular verbs. يتعاكس مع الفعل المنتظم, which form the simple past tense or the past participle tense by adding ed or d. The simple past and the past participle of the irregular verb can end in variety of ways with absolutely no consistent pattern. We don't use ed or d to form the irregular verb. They form a new sentence بيكونوا فعل جديد ونمط مختلف. يعني ما في نمط معين لتكوين الأفعال الغير منتظمة. أما الأفعال المنتظمة فهي الأفعال التي نقوم بتحويلها إلى الماضي عن طريق إضافة d or ed. ولكن الأفعال غير المنتظمة هي الأفعال التي لا تقبل إضافة d أو ed. We form a variety. There is a variety of ways. في طرق متنوعة لتشكيل الفعل الماضي من الأفعال الغير منتظمة. ولا يوجد a pattern. ما في نمط معين. So you have your irregular list بحوزتكم الأفعال غير المنتظمة and you have to memorize it. يجب عليكم حفظ الأفعال غير المنتظمة whether it's verb 2 or verb 3 of the base form. Here we have a table for some examples. Ask, which is regular verb, so when we When we change it into the past, we add ed, so it's in the past ed, and in the past participle or verb 3, it's asked, the same. Become, it's irregular, so it's become, became, become. Catch is irregular, so catch, caught, caught. Draw is irregular, so it's draw, drew, drawn. Present perfect versus the past simple. Now, they both the difference between them is the time. And the present perfect. The present perfect is not normally used with time expressions that indicate a definite point of time in the past. That is now finished by the last week, 2 years ago. With this expression, the simple past generally used. So, present perfect, we don't use time, or the time is not important. The most important thing is the action itself. While in the past, we have to use the time. The time is important. So, the simple past, we use it to talk about an action that started and finished at a specific time. في وقت محدد. الفعل الماضي البسيط هو فعل بدأ وانتهى في وقت محدد في الماضي. إذا the time is important. That's why we mention it. الوقت الذي حدث فيه الفعل في الفعل الماضي simple past is important. لهذا السبب نحن نذكر متى حدث الفعل. So we say 2 years ago, in 1969, last week, yesterday. But in the present perfect, المضارع التام, we don't use the time, or the time is not important. الوقت غير مهم. What is important is the action itself. المهم هو الفعل نفسه أو ماذا حدث, وليس متى حدث الفعل. For example, I've always wanted to be an actor. طالما أردت أن أكون ممثل. We didn't mention any time here. But when I was young, I wanted to be an actor. عندما كنت صغيرا. This is the time. I wanted to be an actor. Another example. They have moved to London. So here, what's important is that they have moved to London, not when they moved. المهم متى إنه انتقلوا للعيش للندن, وليس متى انتقلوا للعيش للندن. In the simple past, I say they moved to London last week. So انتقلوا للعيش في لندن الأسبوع الماضي. Here we use the time. So this is the difference between the present perfect and the simple past. The present perfect, we don't use time expressions to indicate it. And in the simple past, we use time marks. And it is important to use the time marks. In the present perfect, the most important thing is the action itself. الحدث هو المهم وليس متى حدث. Been and gone. We use have been or has been, have gone or has gone. So when do we use been and when do we use gone? We use been, have been or has been, to say that the person went to a place and came back. He has been on a holiday, but he is at home now. So ذهب إلى العطلة أو العطلة التي قضاها وعاد إلى بيته. We use gone to say that the person is still at that place. نستخدم gone للتحدث أن شخص ذهب إلى مكان ولم يعد بعد. He has gone on a holiday, so he can't do it now. ذهب في عطلة أو في إجازة, so فهو لا يستطيع عمل هذا الشيء الآن. إذن, the difference between been and gone, when you use been, you went to a place and you came back. ذهبت إلى مكان وعدت من ذلك المكان. While When you use gone, عندما تستخدم gone, you went to a place and you're still there. You didn't come back yet. تذهب إلى مكان ولكنك ما زلت في ذلك المكان ولم تعد بعد. For example, we have been to France. This sentence means that we have had the experience of being in France. Maybe they have been there once or several times, but now they are not in France. ذهبنا إلى فرنسا. So, this means هذه الجملة تعني بأنهم ذهبوا إلى فرنسا وعادوا منها. ولكن إجمالي معنى الجملة that they are not in France now. هم الآن ليسوا في فرنسا. Here are another example on using gone and been. So let's read them and explain them. I'm sorry I'm late. آسف على تأخري everyone. I've been to the dentist. كنت عند طبيب الأسنان. Meaning that he is not at the dentist now. معنى الجملة أنه ليس عند طبيب الأسنان الآن. معنى الجملة أنه ذهب إلى طبيب الأسنان وعاد إلى المكان الذي ذهب إليه. There is nobody at home. لا يوجد أحد في البيت. I think they've gone away for the weekend. أتوقع بأنهم ذهبوا إلى مكان ما في عطلة الأسبوع. إذن they are not home. That's why we used gone. You look very dark. Have you been on a holiday? لون بشرتك غامق. هل كنت في إجازة? Meaning that he is not now on a holiday. Simon isn't here at the moment. Simon ليس موجود هنا في هذه اللحظة. He's gone to football match. ذهب لمشاهدة مباراة لكرة القدم. Now, look at the table and complete the sentences. We have Lydia, Ryan, and Scott, and we have some actions that they have done or haven't done. Let's see. Go to lots of concerts. Travel to different countries. Meet interesting people. During the past year, Lydia has been to lots of concerts. Ryan, let's go and look at Ryan. Ryan, he has an X. Go to lots of concerts. So Ryan hasn't been to lots of concerts. Lydia and Scott. Go to see Lydia and Scott and to different countries. Travel to different countries. Both of them have X. So Lydia and Scott haven't traveled to different countries. Ryan to different countries. Ryan, he has a tick, so Ryan has traveled to different countries. Lydia and Ryan, interesting people, meet interesting people. Lydia and Ryan, they both have ticks, so Lydia and Ryan have met interesting people. And Scott, interesting people, he has an X, so he hasn't met interesting people. That's it for today, my dear student, and I hope to see you inshallah soon with video part 2 of the present perfect simple.